Hello friends, welcome to Management Study With channel. Today in this module we will discuss about Introduction to Management, definition, characteristics and objectives. Introduction. Management is a general term which is described in various ways with significantly different meaning. Management is an important element in every organization which tends to lead it towards the common goal and is required to plan, coordinate, and control the activities of the organization. It brings the resources, both the human and material, together and motivates the employees for the achievement of the objectives of the organization. It is a universal process in all organized, social, and economic activities. These are some of the definitions given by our management experts. F.W. Taylor, also known as father of the scientific management, says that management is an art of knowing what is to be done and seeing that it is done in the best possible manner. Henry Fayol says that to manage is to forecast and plan, to organize, to command, to coordinate, and to control. Harold Kuhn says that management is the art of getting things done through and within people in formally organized group. Mary Parker Follett says that management is the art of getting things done through others. Let us discuss some of the characteristics of management. Multidisciplinary. Though management has developed as a separate discipline, it draws knowledge and concepts from disciplines such as sociology, psychology, economics, statistics, operation research, etc. Management integrates ideas and concepts from these disciplines and uses them for improving the efficiency of the organization. Group activity. Management is an essential part of a group activity. As no individual can satisfy all his desires himself, he unites with his fellow beings and works in an organized group to achieve what he cannot achieve individually. Wherever there is an organized group of people working towards a common goal, some type of management becomes essential. Management makes the people realize the objective of the group and directs their efforts towards the achievement of those objectives. Goal oriented. Management aims to achieve both the economic and social objectives. It exists to achieve some definite goals or objective. Social process. Management consists of getting things done through others. This involves dealing with people. The efforts of the human beings have to be directed, coordinated, and regulated by management in order to achieve the desired results. So, it is in this sense that management is regarded as a social process. System of authority. Since management is a process of directing men to perform a task, authority to accomplish the work from others is implied in the very concept of management. Authority is the power to get the work done from others and to compel them to work in a certain manner. The chain of authority and responsibility among people working at different levels of the organization. Continuous and dynamic function. It is a dynamic function and it has to be performed continuously. It is constantly engaged in the molding of an organization in an ever-changing business environment. It is concerned not only with molding of the enterprise but also the alteration of environment itself so as to ensure the success of the enterprise. In real sense, it is a never-ending profession. In the present days, management is recognized as a profession. It has systematic and specialized body of knowledge consisting of principles, a technique and laws, and can be taught as a separate discipline or subject. This has also diverged ownership from management. Now, with the advent of large-scale business, the management is entrusted in the hands of professional managers. Now, let us discuss some of the objectives of management. Objectives are divided into 5 categories as you can see in the picture. Those are managerial objectives, economic objectives, human objectives, social objectives, and organic objectives. Now let us discuss managerial objectives. They provide a basis for the performance. They establish identity of the organization. They provide direction to the organized effort. They help in uplifting the morale and motivating the employees. They provide a basis for control and the decision making. Economic objectives. First one is profit earning. Every business organization is established with a motto to sell or make goods and services to attain a substantial profit. So it is inevitable for an organization to change the or to face the uncertainties in a business cycle or change in demand pattern, fluctuation in money markets, or changing the outlooks of customers. All these have to be managed so that the organization earns profit, and in turn the organization should share its profit with the society. Production of goods. When an organization is established to earn profits, for doing so, it has to produce goods by optimal utilization of resources like men, money, material, and machinery, which could lead to the increase in efficiency and getting higher productivity with minimum effort, and the goods so produced are sold in the market. The customer satisfaction is the factor which decides the economic growth of the organization. Creating markets. All the goods produced have to be sold. For doing so, the objective of an organization is to open up new markets or penetrate into existing markets, or they can increase the market share. The businessmen look for new consumers for increasing their sales and also to retain the customers by supplying them better quality of goods at reasonable prices. Last one is technological improvement. As the markets are highly competitive and the products are pushed into the market to meet the needs of customer to retain the place in market, it is evident that the businessman should always strive to upgrade the technologies used for the production and change to the new market environment, and should be in a position to produce and offer good quality goods with lower prices. Coming to human objectives, welfare of employees. Though the basic objective of earning profit could be possible only when the employees are committed to work, as they help in increasing the profit of the firm, so that the management has a responsibility towards the employees to look after them, providing them all the benefits to employees and help in increasing the quality of living standards of the employees. Consumer satisfaction or customer satisfaction. The consumer should be provided with good quality products at reasonable prices. The aspirations and perceptions of the customers have to be given prime importance, as the business is meant for consumers and their satisfaction should be the main objective of the business. So, responsibility to consumers means that we have to set up and maintain the quality and service in addition to lower price tag. Satisfaction of shareholders. As the organization grows in size, it is very difficult to individually finance the running of organization. So, the organizations have shareholders who contribute and invest in the companies. For this, the management should give reasonable return on the money invested by the shareholders, and there should be a provision to make the shareholder aware of developments and profits earned, so that we can have a satisfied shareholder. Next, social objectives. Availability of goods. The business organization should ensure the supply of products to meet the requirements of the society. The firm should make a study to know the demand, and accordingly the production and supply of goods should be done. So, business organization should ensure that goods are available in the market in order to meet the demand. Quality of goods and services. One of the basic responsibility of the businessman is to supply quality goods and services to customers at reasonable prices. Next one is cooperation with government. Sorry friends, double time S has been typed, so please ignore it. It is only cooperation with government. The government has fixed priorities for the execution of policies for the growth and development of the nation. The businessman should be reliable to the government agencies while paying tax dues and other liabilities. By doing so, businessmen cooperate with the government in helping to achieve the objective of establishing socialistic pattern of society. Creating job opportunities. Every business can help the society by creating new job opportunities. The business expansion will help the firm in gaining more profits and also employment to the unemployed. Natural resources. Efforts should be made by the businessmen to put the insufficient natural resources to the best possible use. Wastage of any such resource is a loss to the firm and to the nation. Coming to organic objectives. Survival. In case of cutthroat competition, profits become very low. Organizations tend to operate very carefully and their survival becomes crucial objective. Growth. As the business prospers, it tends to merge with other firms or take over them to gain profits on large scale and to attract more customers. Recognition. The business organizations attain recognition in society by providing better customer service, increasing market share, and by caring for society and environment. So, friends, that's all for today. Hope you all liked the video. Please like and subscribe the channel for the latest updates. Thank you.